I'm going to ask y'all a question. I love to start with a question, don't you? First of all, it wakes you up. You go, hey, you want to say something smart? Let's listen. Well, that ain't going to happen. Let me ask y'all a question. Raise your hands. Be honest now. God's watching. How many of you have ever just watching you, don't be eyeballing me. How many of you have ever had a problem in your life?
I had one.
All right, well, then refer to part B. Second question, how many of you are a problem for other people? How many of you have had to deal with a problem caused by other people? Isn't that something? Don't that just burn your biscuits? Last thing Jesus promised us was, my peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. Not as the world gives, but as I give. The peace of all heaven I'm going to leave with. Well, then why do I got so many of these problems? Look out there, there's a whole bunch of them. Did you ever ask yourself that question? If I'm a Christian and I'm so filled with joy, abundance, and peace unending, why is my life such a headache sometimes? More, why do I got to deal with that headache day after day after day? Because eventually, it's like having a toothache you don't get fixed. Pretty soon, it just tears you up and wears you down, wears you down, wears you down. And then when that happens, where's the joy? That joy abundant, where's the peace? When your anger builds and you're so mad at that lady next door. And see, our lives like this are day to day. How many of you have been alive 1 year? That's 365 days of headache, isn't it? How many of you have been alive 40 years? That's a whole lot of problems every day, isn't it?
If you double that, you might have me.
How many of you have been alive since the founding of the world? I can understand why you went loop-de-loop. I don't know how you could not go loop-de-loop. There's a music joke in there somewhere. How do we deal with the problems of this life when things start hurting us? Whether we caused it, whether something else has caused it, or whether it's just fallen apart upon us randomly. How do we deal with it? Well, this morning I'm going to teach you 3 great truths of dealing with headache and heartache and hurt. 3 great truths. And we're going to get it from this parable about a man who went out and planted good seed, and he worked hard, and he was tired, and he came home, and he showered, and he had dinner, and he went to sleep, and during the night an enemy came. Enemy is life, and planted the most poisonous, deadly weed throughout his entire crop. And it slipped away, just like it always does. And suddenly the man went from saying, all right, I got the best crop in, and all the work is done. Now just, Lord, raise it up. Only to find out that usually when darnel was found in the crops like that, they were burned to the ground just to make sure nobody got it. To lose everything. That is a headache. I'm not always sure it's about good and bad, light and dark, good guys and bad guys. Might be a little bit more in this parable Jesus is trying to teach us. We're going to look at that in just 1 minute, but if you'll go back to that praise pamphlet, I've got